The law of attraction is often discussed, but few know that the real power to transform your reality lies in something even simpler: the law of assumption. And this simplicity is what deceives most people. The truth is that, contrary to what many think, the true application of this law is not what it seems at first glance. And it is precisely this lack of understanding that causes so many people to fail when trying to use it. Stay with me until the end, as I will reveal a silent mistake that 99% of people make, and it is what prevents most from achieving what they truly desire. Subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss anything. The law of assumption is simple: to assume that your desire is already real. And no, I am not referring to merely visualizing or thinking positively. I am talking about acting as if what you desire is already true, regardless of what is happening around you. What you believe is what will manifest. Now you may be thinking, this seems too easy, right? And yes, it is. It is simple. But here lies the problem. It is precisely this simplicity that has deceived so many people. They begin to apply the law of assumption, but they fail to sustain the behavior. Why? Because although it is easy to assume something once, the true challenge lies in making it a daily reality. Most people fail because they limit themselves to a temporary effort. But the secret is in consistently maintaining this mindset. It is not merely a temporary change of thought or passively waiting for something you desire. It is not about waiting for the future to come to you. On the contrary, it is about living, thinking, acting, and feeling as if it is already happening. This requires a profound and ongoing internal transformation. It is not a trick or a quick technique, but a real change in the way you see the world and yourself. And this is what many do not understand. For this law to work, you must embody the version of yourself that already has what you desire, not just dream of it. It seems easy, doesn't it? But don't be deceived, because I will soon show you why this simplicity deceives so many people and what truly prevents most from achieving what they want. Stay with me, because this part is crucial to understanding what really enables you to manifest what you desire. Let's understand this more clearly. Think of an actor. He does not pretend to be the character. He becomes the character. He fully absorbs the role, studies the lines, the emotions, the posture. He aligns himself with the essence of the character to the point where he no longer needs to pretend. He truly lives as that character. And this is exactly what happens when you apply the law of assumption. It is not about trying to act as the version of you that already has what you desire. It is about being that person now, embodying that version of yourself in the present. Now, imagine you have a trip planned. You have already bought the ticket and packed your bags. You do not question whether the trip will happen or if the flight will be canceled. You know the trip will happen. The preparation process does not involve doubt, but confidence. You are already living with the destination in mind. Your mindset is already aligned with the experience you are about to have. With the law of assumption, the idea is the same. You do not wait for things to happen. You live as if they have already happened. There is no room for uncertainty, no space for doubt. You simply act, think, and behave as the person who is already living the reality you desire. It is acting with the certainty that what you want is already part of who you are now. However, when you begin applying this in your life, you may find yourself looking at your current circumstances and thinking, this is not happening yet. And this is where many people fail. They look at the present and doubt what is not yet visible. But the truth is, true manifestation does not come from observing the circumstances, but from the unwavering belief that those circumstances are on their way. This confidence, this persistence, is what separates those who manifest from those who only dream. Now, you may be wondering, if it is so simple, why aren't people applying the law of assumption consistently? The answer lies in a paradox that few perceive. While people search for rituals, mystical signs, and secret formulas, the law of assumption works in simplicity. What happens is that, as simple as the law is, most people overcomplicate things. They want something complex, a step-by-step guide, a manual full of clear instructions, something that makes them feel they need to do more for change to happen. But the truth is that, contrary to what most think, the secret lies in assuming just that. The problem is that while you search for a magical formula, you forget that true change comes from within. Most people become so focused on looking for something external, as if they need a push, a divine sign, or a complex ritual to change their reality. And this is where they fail. They want to see results first, before fully committing to the internal change. They want the external world to change to believe that the internal transformation has already taken place. But the real trap lies exactly here. Internal transformation must happen first. It is not external rituals or magical formulas that bring about true change. It is the shift in how you perceive and act, the way you connect with your own internal reality. Because in the end, your external reality will reflect exactly what you believe to be true within. Those who understand this know that they do not need external validation to feel fulfilled. When you master this inner truth, it doesn't matter what the world outside is saying or showing, because you know that transformation has already taken place within you. And when that happens, the world begins to align with that new truth. But wait. There is a silent enemy here, one that sabotages you even when you've already understood the theory. It is present in nearly every attempt to apply the law of assumption, and most of the time, it is invisible. You may think you're doing everything correctly, but this enemy will make you doubt the practice itself. This enemy is called fear, and it disguises itself as something far more subtle. Limiting beliefs. These beliefs arise primarily when you begin to align with the version of yourself that already has what you desire. The fear of deceiving yourself begins to surface, and you start questioning your own assumption. You catch yourself thinking, what if I'm just dreaming? What if this isn't real? And that's when things begin to unravel. The big mistake that people make when trying to apply the law of assumption is believing that if something doesn't manifest immediately, the assumption must be wrong. But the truth is, the process of transformation requires persistence, confidence, and, above all, resilience. When you assume something, it's not enough to wait for the circumstances to change right away. You must continue to act according to that assumption, without doubting it or letting the temporary appearance of things shake you. But fear and limiting beliefs remain the greatest barriers. They try to make you doubt, and when you give in to them, you give up halfway. What separates those who manifest from those who only dream is the ability to sustain that assumption with faith, regardless of the external circumstances. If this resonates with you, be sure to leave a like below and comment if you've noticed any of these internal saboteurs in your life. Subscribe to the channel to continue learning about how to transform your reality, overcome obstacles, and explore other content that will help you evolve in various areas of your life. Now that you have understood how the law of assumption works and what can sabotage its application, let's discuss how to apply it in practice in a simple and effective way. For instance, if you want a new job, don't wait for it to fall from the sky. Act as though you already have that job. Start dressing as if you already hold that position, thinking as if you are already in your new work environment. Feel the confidence of someone who has already been approved. Your energy, your attitude, and your behavior will begin to reflect this. And over time, the world around you will adjust to your new internal reality. It is this internal alignment that will make you stand out, even without realizing it, and opportunities will begin to arise. Now let's say you want more abundance in your life. Don't focus on what is lacking. Start feeling grateful for the small things, the money you already have, the food on your table, the opportunities that have already arisen. This gratitude is not only for the big moments, but for every small thing you already have. The more you feel and express gratitude, the more your mind will train to see the world as abundant. The abundance you feel within you will begin to manifest in the world around you in ways you cannot yet imagine. And here's a bonus tip you can start applying today. Before you go to sleep, mentally repeat a short phrase, such as, "I am already who I want to be." The state of sleep is a powerful portal, a moment when your subconscious mind is more receptive. By affirming this before you sleep, you will strengthen your assumption while your brain is more relaxed and open to change. This simple exercise will accelerate the process of internalizing the version of you who already has what you desire effortlessly. This simple yet powerful technique will help you internalize the version of you who already has what you desire, speeding up the manifestation process. And the best part is that you can start applying this today, even before you sleep. So, simplicity is the foundation, but also the greatest trap. Assuming is easy, but sustaining this assumption every day is what separates those who manifest from those who only dream. Throughout this video, you have understood that the law of assumption is not about waiting or visualizing, but about acting as if it is already true. We discussed embodying the version of yourself who already has what you desire and how fear and limiting beliefs can sabotage this process. Now, to ensure that this truly happens, you must reaffirm your assumption daily. The more you repeat, the faster this belief will be implanted in your subconscious mind, making your new reality inevitable. Repetition strengthens the connection between your desire and your mind, solidifying this transformation. Reaffirm your assumptions every day, every hour. The more you do this, the faster it will become your new truth. Now I want to know, what is the first assumption you are going to practice today? Leave it in the comments. Let's share and grow together. If you've made it this far, you are already part of an exclusive group that understands the power of the law of assumption. Do not ignore this. Put it into practice and watch your life transform. Subscribe to the channel for more tips like this and share this video with anyone who also needs to understand how to assume a new reality. May your journey be full of achievements. See you in the next video.